it's multi-tenant industrial, not multifamily, but yeah, it's we describe it as actually Class C multifamily, if you want to laugh. It's multifamily, but with industrial tenants. It's kind of interesting, right? Think about
Yeah.
it like that. That's how your investors, that's how people listening will see it. Because it's like, it'll look like basically a townhouse development, but it'll be all single story industrial buildings or single story tenants across a big park. And they all operate in their own little houses, right? Basically. And so you'll have a vibrant community of small businesses, almost like an incubator space where they all work together, they all know each other. It's kind of a cool thing.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I am your host, Leo Wehdeking, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Anthony Scavo, okay, who's been making serious move in the real estate industry. Anthony, glad to have you here, man. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you've been approaching the real estate industry nowadays. So let's dive in, all right? And for people who may not be familiar with your world, all right, can you give us a short version on what's your main focus these days in your business?
Yeah. So hi Leo, thanks for the time. Yes. I'm the operating partner of Base Industrial. We do two basic verticals on our business. We buy and aggregate small bay industrial. Some people might don't know what that is. Small bay industrial is a building that has multiple tenants. It's usually around 100 to 200,000 square feet in size, right? So instead of like the Amazon distributions you see, you would come to our property and see 20, 30 tenants in one building, with businesses ranging from an air conditioning repairman. I mean, we even have some retail type business like a barber, massage place, there'll be things like that too, a little bit different than normal industrial parks, because some of our properties have some client facing aspects, some don't, some. So in the ones that don't, those are more like typical industrial uses, maybe a woodworking shop, a cabinet builder. And then the parks that have more of a client facing phase, really, you'll see GCs, we even have up to a recording studio, barbershops. So those are a little bit more retail-ish, even though they're not a really retail property. And then we also develop self-storage building ground up across the country, mostly on the East Coast.
All right, perfect. Anthony, in what markets are you operating in?
We're operating right now with the aggregation play on the acquiring small bay industrial, mostly in Florida and Texas. With the self-storage development, we're up and down the East Coast in New York, Jersey, Florida, all over Connecticut, also call it as far west as Detroit and down that way. So we try to stay kind of from the middle of the country over east for self-storage development, just because our development team has to go to the properties. It's a little far when you start going past that. And then for buying the existing properties, we buy those remote. Right now, we've been in Florida and Texas mostly, with our eye to spread farther into the Sun Belt in the next couple of years.
All right, love it. Anthony, something that really caught my attention about you is the way that you've been able to build up a portfolio with commercial and large multifamily investing. Can you tell the audience how you've been able to keep that machine running smoothly?
Yeah,
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
it's multi-tenant industrial, not multifamily, but it's we describe it as actually Class C multifamily, if you want to laugh. It's it's multifamily, but with industrial tenants. It's kind of interesting, right? Think
Yeah.
about it like that. That's how your investors, that's how people listening will see it. Because it's like, it'll look like basically a townhouse development, but it'll be all single-story industrial buildings or single-story tenants across a big park. And they all operate in their own little houses, right, basically. And so you'll have a vibrant community of small businesses, almost like an incubator space, where they all work together, they all know each other. It's kind of a cool thing. It's more like we hire managers out of the multifamily world to manage the industrial because that's what it's more like. But it's not really managing. It's not like a hands-off management when you have a big industrial tenant who has their own real estate force. These guys come to you for everything, right? And you explain to them that sometimes it's in their lease, they have to do it, but we go help them, right? And that's the type of landlords we are. We try to help these small businesses and the small tenants. And it's been working very well for us. But we've been staying active in it just by being really aggressive in outreach to brokers, sellers, direct sales. And I think personally what happened over our last, we've been buying for almost 4 years now, constantly. And every deal that went under contract and passed due diligence, we have closed on. So I think that reputation has been echoing in the broker community. So they've been bringing us a lot of deals off market before they go out to market to let us look at them first, because they know if we like it and we tell them we're going to do it, we'll close, right? And we just have that proven now, and it's been great. The more our reputation's been getting out there, I think it's just been helping us with the deal flow and helping us stay busy.
Yeah, actually, having good reputation helps every business, because having a good reputation with one of your clients may result in the word of mouth, okay, which is pretty much people referring you and making your business a little bit more knowable. Like people will actually get to know where you are. Hey, that's actually very good, Anthony. Now, every operator that I know has a moment where things got real, all right? Maybe a deal that went sideways or a time they had to pivot really fast. Do you mind sharing one of those moments?
Yeah, I mean, we have them every day, right? We have 1,500 tenants right now, right? So we have a lot of problems every day. We also, I don't know if I mentioned it, we manage the multi-tenant industrial stuff ourselves, right? That's based on there's our management company shirt actually. So we manage it all in house. So we went from having 3 employees to having 53, right? Over 3-4 years. So it's been a pretty exponential growth strategy. But having that many employees has given us a lot of aha moments, right? And I think we're still learning because, you know, I listened to a great book about management and things like that. And I think one of the best things they said, listen, and it's pretty cold, but it's true. If you visualize an employee and they're not there tomorrow, is it a bad thing or a good thing? Do you feel like you missed them?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And if you don't feel like you missed them, they shouldn't be there. And it's hard to be like, especially for me, I'm very empathetic to people. I feel bad. So when you think about that, and you really have to sometimes have those come to like Jesus moments. Say, guys, like our company's more important than one person, right? Do we need to bring in someone better, or do we need to reposition this person to succeed because they're not working in that position, right? So that's one thing that's always hard. That's listen, anyone who tells you it's not hard is either very cold or they're not doing this a lot, because it's hard to do that with people and to move people around sometimes, and you have to lay people off. You should always take care of them the best you can, of course, after that, but that's always a hard moment. And listen, another deal we were doing, probably our second large portfolio deal, one of our partners said they couldn't come up with a piece of the capital stack, and we had to go find that within 30 days, That was a hard thing too. And listen, if you're going to start as an allocator, syndicator, whatever you want to call it in the beginning, and just use, friends and family, high net worth money, you're going to have moments like that. It just happens, right? It's not reliable capital, right? So
Exactly.
that's what you're going to have. And as you grow, the capital gets more reliable, right? It might not be as lucrative, but it gets more reliable. So
Correct.
you have to just be ready for those changes and, know what your business is and stick with your strategy. Because if you don't, that's something else you have to learn. If you don't stick with a strategy, sooner or later you're going to make a mistake that you didn't intend or you didn't want to make. So it's a very tight line you're walking. You have to stick with what you know and do what you say.
Yeah, actually, that's the kind of stuff, that some people don't like to talk about enough. Paying off people, it's hard, but when you have a business or when you operate one, those are, I believe it's the people depending on you, and you have to lay them off. It's hard, okay? Because trust me, I've been there, and that's not easy, especially these times, you know. And honestly, for me, people that actually talk about this stuff, it's people who actually stay in the game for long term, the kind of people that take these kind of decisions because they're hard. We're all human beings, But again, we all have a business to run, okay? So let me ask you this, Anthony. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next?
I mean, listen, we're always trying to scale, right? We have another, call it 600,000 square feet on the contract now. So that will take us to almost 6 million square feet that we own or operate. So, the next level of scaling is always difficult, and that's what we're trying to do. And I mean, most of that's going to be by acquiring more multi-tenant industrial assets. But we're in the middle of a lot of different things that are all big moves for our company. We're refinancing out a big, like 1 million square foot storage portfolio. So juggling all these things are difficult, but it's also part of growing, right? And without knowing how to work the capital markets correctly, it's hard to grow. So a lot of that's been a learning experience for me coming here, because most of my past background was in development, construction, and calling it taking dirt to a building, right? It's a little different than what I do now. But I think the markets, thank God, have been very receptive to our asset class, especially because it is cash flowing, it is stable, it is below replacement cost. It's a great thing to buy. So I think that's been helping us. But people that are on the fringe that have maybe a deal they think is great that isn't that great, probably experience a lot of pain right now. It's not a good time to go out and try to do deals that are right on that precipice that could be great, that might be not penciling great right now.
Exactly, Express. Well, I know that actually that's something, where you're trying to achieve, that's actually very big, because obviously you will need to buy a lot of.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Industrial, commercial, I don't know, how do you call it, but places. You told me that it was not multi-family.
No, multi-tenant industrial.
Multi-tenant industrial. Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
just call it that. It's, people, you might have heard small bay, Leo, like small bays, shallow bay. They call it, The funny thing about this, it's been around forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are you from? Where are you based?
No, I'm based in Florida.
Okay, so you know, then you'll know it perfect. Listen, you know when you drive around, you see all those roll-up doors in the back. The front's like glass. The front's like a retail front, and the back has a roll-up door
Yep.
all over Florida. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we're buying, just in bigger scale, right?
In big.
So
Okay.
you
All
know
right.
they got a roll-up door in the back, a little warehouse area. The front's client-facing.
Mm-hmm.
So we buy parks with that, right? And you know, in Florida they call it small bay flex. In Texas they call it shallow bay. California they call it flex, like retail. We call it multi-tenant industrial just because it's multi-tenants in industrial properties, right?
In an industrial property.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen them actually.
Yeah.
There are quite few.
Oh, in
Right,
Florida there's a
right.
lot.
Yeah,
Florida
there's
there's
a
a lot.
lot. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot. But there's quite a few on, I believe it's on the backside of the turnpike, right near, yeah, right next to Doral, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
The
So,
new one we're buying is in Hialeah. Actually, we're buying like a couple 100,000 square feet in Hialeah.
oh, okay, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hialeah actually, it's a good market right now for what you're
Yes.
looking for.
So is Medley and Hialeah, great markets. They're the best in Miami for true and like small tenant, small like businesses. They really are. They're the best.
Yeah. Well,
You know, Leo, the whole thing is like the funny thing is in like the Northeast in New York where I'm based, you can't
mhm.
even buy this stuff because it's number one, there's not that much of it. But where it is, the families have had it for 100 years. Like no one sells it because they make so much money. It's always because it's always 100% occupied because there's not a lot of it up here. And those guys have such low bases they'll probably never sell it because it'll be all taxable. They don't want, no one wants to pay that much of taxes after owning it that long. So that's been our problem in some of the really call it urban markets. You can't find this stuff because it never trades, right? That's
Yeah,
another.
that's correct. Yeah, that's right. Now, Anthony, I know that a lot of people listening are either earlier in their journey or looking to level up, and I think they will benefit from hearing this. Now, when it comes about relationships and growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
Me, listen. My first job was for 26 years, by the way, so everyone gets the context. I was at a company, right, that was very insulated. It was a big family-owned real estate company out of New York, but we did everything in house. We were our own GC, our own development company, so we had people who worked for us. We didn't really have connections, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knew about it, but you didn't really need to network, right?
Not
Because you
like
had to
not,
work.
not
You
like you
had to
do
work.
today. Not like you
No,
do today.
it was in, it
Back in
was
the days, obviously, you felt
yes.
like, hey, I have a connection, but you
Or they had,
really
or if your boss had the money, you have the state. You don't really need to go. Who are you talking to? They come into court. You're not going to court them because they want to work
correct.
for you. So that's the kind of relationship I had. It wasn't about me trying to find other places to really talk to. So, I was there. That was my first job. I'm only on my third job now, so you can tell you how it wasn't that many places. Networking was new for me. And listen, I go to a lot of events. I mean, I'm on podcasts now, which I never thought I'd be doing. This is my 25th podcast, I think. I guess people like to hear from a Brooklyn guy about real estate. It's kind of interesting. But I think the funny thing is that the best thing you can do is meet as many people as you can, right? Because
Correct.
what I found lately, you might talk to someone 3 years before. You stay in touch with them. A lot of these, if you want to really level up and find institutional type capital, serious investors, they don't invest with you the first time. They talk to you over and over again for years sometimes. Okay? Years. We've been talking to some people, potential partners now, for 3 years plus. With no deal, we still talk every couple of months because you got to remember, they're building in their head that you're still around doing business. That means you're pretty good. And the longer you're there and you're doing better, it's proving to them that they should invest with you.
Exactly.
People today, Leo, are spoiled. They want instant gratification. They want it done the same day. It doesn't work like that in real life. It just doesn't. You know, they're only,
Everything takes time.
yeah, everything. And it used to be maybe once in a while you'd hear that capital got really loose and did some deals right away, but that's very few and far between. Like most of the things are about building a relationship, selling you to someone. They might believe in your business, but they don't know you. Or they might not believe in your business. It might be the opposite way. So you have to sell them on both. They have to love your business and see that you're the right guy to invest in because maybe there's a better operator, maybe there's a better person, maybe there's someone who has more experience than you. You have to show them that you're the best. So that could take a year or 2 years. And the other thing is get out there and meet as many people as you can, because, you know, these guys, the one thing about investors and people that can help you, they change jobs a lot. So they might be at one firm one day, one firm another. If you stand out to them and you make an example and you show that you're a person to invest in, when they go to their new place where they have my authority, they might call you up to be their first client.
Correct.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so it's all about building and keeping those relationships. And listen, you know what I tell all my guys, and people laugh about this and no one talks about it anymore? Just be nice. Like, people like nice people. Like, actually be nice.
Yeah.
And if you're not a nice person, try to be nice, okay? Like, but most people, it's pretty easy to be nice and be friendly with people, and, you know, just be like that. And, you know, don't be short, don't be coy, don't be fake. Be nice, be genuine.
Exactly. Don't be fake. When you're nice, people feel it. All right.
Yes.
People feel it. And being nice open doors for me. Being nice, being respectful, being decent. You can knock on doors. You can knock on doors every time. But if it closed, that doesn't mean that you cannot be nice.
Nope.
You can still be nice. Yeah, I believe relationships are everything nowadays in any space. Whether if it's in real estate, construction, investment, trading, whatever, I believe relationships are everything nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, they are. And you know, the other thing too, that I always want to tell your listeners, they should also be prepared, right? If you're going to go pitch someone or tell them about your business, know your business and know what you're selling them. Don't go unprepared and not have answers when someone asks questions, because it just undermines what you're trying to prove. Right?
Correct. Yeah, correct. Obviously, to everyone that is listening, take Anthony's word, okay? In everything that you're doing in life, you need to be prepared. If you're going to talk to someone, you need to know what you're talking about. That's 100% truth. All right, Anthony, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, you just email info@basisindustrial.com. Info@basis, BASIS, industrial.com.
Perfect. Well, listen, Anthony, I really appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. We need more people in this space who are doing it the right way. Thanks again for being here, man. I really appreciate it. And for those of you just tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure you're subscribed. We got more conversations coming with operators just like Anthony who are out there building real businesses. All right. So we'll see you on the next episode, guys.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply.